It was all a lie. Macros sold us a vision he never believed in. He would destroy us. We just didn't know it yet. We were warriors, but he turned us against each other. Brother against brother. And despite all the maneuvers and all the strategy, in the end, it was going to be either me or him. Macros was the better warrior that day. He left me for dead, but I survived. Macros thinks the war is over, but our fight has just begun.
This won't be easy. They've got 1,000 men in there defending her.
If anyone can get in there, Orin can.
You understand how important this mission is. The weapon we need is inside this temple.
Sir!
You can count on us.
You two cover the back. I'll take the front.
Is your armor holding up?
It's sluggish. This is going to take time to get used to.
Sir, you're still injured.
Doesn't matter. We have a job to do.
She won't want to leave the temple, Orin.
I know. I'm approaching the entrance. Won't be long now.
Good luck, Orin.
No man shall enter the temple of the seventh sanctum.
And you know why I'm here.
The monolith is a weapon like no other. It has the power to reshape reality. And your brother controls it.
For now.
He nearly has the power of a god. And you are one man. An injured man at that.
I didn't come here for your encouragement, Sanctum.
The odds are greatly against you. And I am not just some tool at your disposal, Orin.
We will discuss this when I get there.
How could you possibly defeat your brother and all his forces? Tell me.
I'll find a way. I just need to get inside the monolith.
How did you expect me to react, Orin?
I have a duty to stop him.
What do you think will happen if Macros succeeds?
He becomes a god. And the world as we know it will end.
I fear you may be right. Your odds are 1,000 to 1. But I'll help you. On one condition.
What is it?
You won't like it, Orin. Well done, Orin. Welcome.
I am here, Sanctum. Tell me what you need.
Macros nearly has the power of a god. If you are to defeat him, your plan must be flawless. And I can craft such a plan.
I trusted Macros once. Now you're asking me to trust you.
It will only be until Macros is vanquished. You will see.
Even if I don't agree.
You came to me because you saw no other way. This is your path. Let me guide you.
Do not betray me, Sanctum. Too much is at stake.
We are heading into the monolith. Once inside, we won't be coming out until Macros is finished. We will arrive in the Earth Realm, the lowest level of the monolith interior. Macros has learned how he can use the monolith to become a god. It is an ancient spell, the Rites of Ascension. This spell can be broken, but only if we know it ourselves. A copy of the Rites of Ascension are stored here, in the Earth Realm, guarded by Macros' men. You must go to their base and seize the rites for yourself. Bring them to me, and I will find a way to break the spell.
This is the Earth Realm, where our adventure begins.
Point me towards this watchtower.
I'll guide you on your path, but keep your sword close. You'll find no friends here. These twilight beacons mark places where we can start future missions. Let's activate as many of these as we can.
Commander, I'll keep this area secure.
Appreciated, Captain.
The watchtower is up ahead. Keep your hand on your sword. Our target is on the upper level of the watchtower.
Orin!
I'm here for the Rites of Ascension.
Raise your sword!
Track his men. They'll lead you to him.
How How did Phalanxar survive Sunforge's destruction?
We survived it.
Good point.
Found him. He's in the clearing.
Hand it over if you want to live.
This is Macros alone.
Macros has gone mad.
Macros is your god!
I have the rights of ascension.
Let us hope it can turn the tide.
I thought the rights were just myths. Didn't think they existed.
Only Macros could make myth a reality.
This place is too nice for what's happened here.
The monolith has seen its fair share of war.
Is it true? The rights can make you a god.
Macros thinks so. Sanctum will find out.
Why would a sanctum have a godsmith's forge?
Well done. We have the rites of ascension. I'll study this spell and learn its secrets. But I cannot fight Macros and his army. That job is yours, and yours alone. Are you ready to see what you are up against?
Show me my enemies. Macros. He's not a god yet. Tell me how the rites of ascension work.
In order to complete the rites, Macros will need to absorb a massive amount of Aperion.
I doubt he's gathering all of that energy on his own.
Exactly. Each of his lieutenants is channeling elemental energies for him.
They'll be his strongest allies.
Without a doubt. But remember, when you defeat them, their strength will become your own. This is Zamora the Farseeing. Her Vargul warriors hold the Earth Realm for Macros.
She's the powerful sorcerer.
She's an animal, fighting to survive. She's sealed herself in her lair behind the Prismatic Falls. You'll have to find a way to breach her defenses. Next, you'll face Lunara. It's in the Water Realm, drawing magical energy from beneath the surface.
Lunara is a guardian construct. It won't be easy.
Lunara is mindless, but still dangerous. Unfortunately, its participation in the rites has only made it more powerful.
I recognize this one. Greaves Sunsteel.
Greaves is a godsmith and a madman. He is responsible for arming most of Macros' elite warriors.
He's also a master of fire magic.
He only serves Macros because it benefits himself. Lastly, Gildan Commander, a true believer in Macros' right to become a god. He holds court in the air realm, forcing trials of combat on unwilling souls.
I don't know this one.
Macros sees him as your replacement.
Killing his lieutenants isn't enough. I have to face him.
Macros absorbs the Aetherium they send him. He believes he is already unstoppable.
He's wrong. I'll stop him.
You are strong, Orin, but not strong enough to defeat Macros and all of his men. You must train. I've found a man who can help. He is a godsmith of some renown who can help you craft and upgrade your gear. The Varghul are holding him captive on the other side of the Crimson Glades. Head to the Varghul stronghold, breach their defenses, and rescue this godsmith. Strangers are not well liked by the Varghul, you least of all. They will attack you on sight.
The Godsmith. Is it who I think it is?
I'll find out soon enough.
Those totems are full of magic. Smash them, and that magic can be yours.
I assume this is part of my training.
You are always training, Orin.
That stronghold seal is as far as I got. The Varghul don't seem to trust it. They've reinforced the area.
There's an Ethereum seal over the fortress gate.
Tell me our options.
I can shatter these magical barriers if we are able to gather enough power. Head to the base of the Prismatic Falls. There is a source of rich Ethereum there we can use.
You see what I see.
I am housed within your Valorplate. I can affect the world through you. The Godsmith is in the caverns behind the fortress.
He'll be glad to see us.
Commander, the Varghul champion will try to stop you.
He's back through there.
Thank the Archons. I thought I'd be stuck here. Wait. Orin? You're alive.
Xenon, I didn't know it was you here.
And I didn't know you were still alive. I'll take this as a sign. Perhaps we'll survive Macros' madness after all.
Come, we have much to discuss.
Are we going into a sanctum? Oh, Orin.
Commander, I've tracked the Varghul to their treasure cache in the alluvial plains.
Good work, Saurus.
Of course, Commander. Anything to help.
So this is the inside of a sanctum.
She's quite something. Though I did not expect her to be so independent.
She's a living being, Orin. Not merely some weapon to be wielded.
Well, in that case, I'll have to look to you for the weapons.
Ha! You never change. I'll provide you with basic arms. The rest we can forge. Here, this will help.
A sacred flame.
Go on. Light the forge with it.
You'll be able to upgrade your equipment once we gather the right materials.
It's good you found Xenon. He'll be useful.
He's also a friend of yours.
We're at war. You and I only have time for those we find useful.
Perhaps. Usefulness comes after care, Orin.
What I care about is defeating Macros. If Xenon can help us do that, so much the better.
Your knight is a resourceful scout. He's identified a cache of Valorian artifacts. Head to the alluvial plains and find what they're hiding. It is vital that we keep these artifacts out of enemy hands.
We're here to get a collection of artifacts. We're looking for weapons to add to our arsenal.
The items are in the alluvial plains.
Mark the weapon cache.
The Varghul control these lands. They won't let us walk into their territory unchallenged.
Then we'll just take what we need by force.
What's it like in there? Inside the sanctum?
It serves its function. Allows us to support Orin.
Head to the watchtower. The alluvial plains phase nodes are there. Be prepared to fight. The Varghul have claimed it since you wiped out the previous defenders.
Commander, should I scout ahead?
Not right now, Source.
Yes, sir. I tried to get closer to the cache the Varghul are hoarding, but some of them, they must be veterans. Maybe some of Zamorna's elite. Whew. It's hard work, keeping up with the legendary Orin. An honor, Commander.
The phase node is active. Let's head into the alluvial plains.
Tell me about this place.
The alluvial plains are dotted with ruins dating back to the Unification. The Valorians kept several libraries here. Some Varghul leaders are coordinating the warbands.
Point them out.
A powerful creature has emerged.
The ghosts of this place are restless.
It draws power from the spirit realm.
It will fall like the rest.
The treasure is in that squat building. I wonder what we'll find. Fascinating. There are fragments of your brother's war journal here.
He never missed a chance to revel in his glory.
We might be able to learn something about Macros. I'll store these in my archive. We're done here. Let's head to the Twilight Beacon.
Sanctum, how complete are your archives?
Not very. Once Macros locked me away, I stopped getting new records altogether.
Commander.
It's Orin, Source. No need for ceremony.
Orin, refugee efforts on Aperion have been attacked by Macros' forces.
He's trying to split our attention.
Ours, not yours. I will manage the evacuations. You stay focused.
It's time. You must face Zamora.
I'm ready.
Before long, I'll know how to break the rites of Ascension. We're getting closer, Orin.
Agreed. Then let's begin. This place seems to suit you.
It's better than a Vargul prison camp.
I'm sorry, Zenon. This is all I have.
My friend, you misunderstand. This is the most luxury I've had since the war started. I only regret that I couldn't help you when you fought your brother.
It was meant to be. Macros and I have a destiny. We must complete it together. In the end, it will only be him and me.
Rushing into Zamora's lair can be done, but the fight will be difficult if you don't deal with her captains. I've marked their locations on the map, in case you want to take them out first. Make the preparations you need, then let's go deal our first major blow to Macros.
Zamora?
You should be dead.
Macros tried to kill me. He failed.
But you're weaker than you were.
Let's find out. Stop the ritual now.
You can't stop all of us.
What a waste.
If Orin could wield any of the Valorplates, why did they favor Silvermane for so long?
The people needed a symbol of freedom from the Archons. Orin became that symbol, as did the armor.
I hope I'll be like Orin someday.
Well done, Orin. Zamora was one of your brother's top lieutenants. I'd guess Macros knows you are coming back to finish what you started now.
It doesn't matter whether he knows I'm back or not. Nothing will stop me.
Get ready, Orin. Things are about to get a lot harder for you.
Good. Strength is forged in adversity.
Spoken like a true warrior. You will get stronger each time you defeat one of Macros' elite warriors. Plus, they all carry items imbued with your brother's power that we can use.
You godsmiths work some strange magic.
We are dedicated to our craft.
You've absorbed Zamora's Ethereum.
Yes, I have. It had to go somewhere. I couldn't just disperse it. I'm sure it will be helpful later.
You sound different.
Something's happening. The Aperion... It's difficult to hold so much. Something's wrong.
Will there be a problem?
No. It is time to enter the Water Realm, where you will face giant aquatic beasts, the Abyssian Host, and Lunara, the guardian avatar of the Silver Moon. Go to the central tower and ascend. Use the central tower to get to the Water Realm. You will have to overcome many trials within the tower.
I'm ready.
I've heard the stories about the tower during the last battle for the monolith. Glad we're not getting sent in there. Doubt the commander will need us in the tower, but be prepared for anything.
Orin, I can take some more and you follow behind. Hold the gap, punch through.
No, I need you scouting, looking for anything we can use. I'll handle the tower.
But...
Yes.
We'll do what we can to keep the Varghul from following you into the tower.
Perhaps you could try a quieter, stealthier approach this time?
Ravenna, when has that ever been my best tactic?
When have you ever tried that tactic is the better question.
Prepare yourself, Orin. The Tower of Trials awaits.
Zamora was defeated.
Oh no.
I'm happy you still live, Orin. Truly. You will witness your brother become a god.
The Black Tide. Those are Macros's personal. Those assassins were waiting for you.
Macros is sending a message.
The Water Realm. This place is ruled by the Abyssian Host. Be warned, Orin. The creatures in this realm will be out for blood. Your blood.
Fighting is a warrior's purpose. Point me towards Lunara.
Patience, Orin. You will have to overcome many ordeals before you can face that creature.
I wish I'd never set foot into this place.
Did Macros really speak? In the tower?
Yes, and he isn't happy.
Ha! He won't get the better of you this time.
No. No, he won't.
He hardly seems affected by his time among the Varghul.
Xenon? You know better than most how strong he is.
Now if only we can convince him to practice with the weapons he crafts.
Good luck.
Macros has put up a barrier around Lunara's lair.
He doesn't waste any time. I'll break the barrier. I just need to know where it's coming from.
The power source is located in the Tormentor's Asylum.
Feels good to be free.
No one in the monolith is free.
If this is captivity, I'll take it.
Don't get comfortable. The hard part is yet to come.
Of course. You can rely on me, Orin.
Lunara resides beneath the luminous shelter, but we can't get to her yet. Macros has placed an impenetrable barrier over the entire area. Before we can battle Lunara, we'll need to take it down. I've detected that something in a nearby stronghold, controlled by the monstrous Abyssians, is projecting this barrier. Infiltrate the Tormentor's Asylum and find a way to take down Macros' defensive barrier.
Orin, be careful. The Abyssians are violent creatures. They live to dominate others and inflict pain.
I despise these things.
So, what do you think's in that stronghold?
It's called the Tormentor's Asylum. So nothing good. I'm finding some weird Vargul statues around. And... Abyssian?
I've seen them too. Be careful. They are frozen prisoners.
Oh, that's sick.
This is the way of the Abyssians. Another seal.
I can shatter it if you gather enough energy for me. We're in luck. There are rich Ethereum sources close by.
What about Zamora's Ethereum? Couldn't you use that?
No, it's different. Locked somehow. It may be the rites of Ascension.
This is a bottom feeder.
The Abyssians use them to harvest Ethereum. If you can defeat more of those creatures, I'll have enough energy to shatter the Ethereum seal. Well done, Orin. Let's return to the asylum.
Let's see what's inside.
The power source is through those doors.
Understood.
Be on your guard. These are not just statues.
I'm ready.
There's evil here. Orin, something just woke up. fire creature in the water realm. It must be one of their prisoners.
I'll set it free.
Was that a Threyeth you just fought? How did they keep it alive?
That'll have to remain a mystery. On to Lunara.
Is there a way to send resources to Aperion from inside the monolith?
The refugees?
They're starting to ration.
You and Ravenna will have to figure out a way to help them. Source is really proving himself.
Perhaps too much so. I understand the impulse, but he takes risks that endanger the mission.
I was just as bad before I earned my Valorplate. The Seventh Sanctum. She's sick.
The rites of Ascension were not made to be used on a construct. There were bound to be side effects.
She's a person.
Yes, she thinks, she feels, but she's not a Valorian. We were made by the Archons to be their vessels. She was not.
So the Ethereum, it could kill her.
She knew the risks. But do not assume the worst yet, Orin. We don't know what will happen.
The barrier is down,
You're making good progress.
and you're getting sicker.
I'm on my journey. Same as you.
It's the Earth Ethereum you took from Zamora. That's what's making you ill. Because you're not a Valorian.
Perhaps. But that elemental Ethereum is the key. Without it, nothing else matters. So let's continue. The Abyssians are hoarding Valorian artifacts at the Shrine of the Deep Ones in Leviathan's Rest. Take them back, weaken our enemies, and build up your arsenal. Orin, head to Leviathan's Rest. We'll need to take apart the Abyssian defenses before we go after the treasure stockpile.
The Abyssians will not let us through easily.
General, we need more warriors.
Were you not just reinforced?
The warriors are taking too many injuries from Abyssian raids. They need time to heal.
Saurus, what have you learned about Leviathan's Rest?
The Abyssians here seem more vindictive, even for them.
They must be unhappy about the Black Tide.
The Abyssians are ambushers. Move cautiously.
Seems like these Abyssians are making an enclave away from the Black Tide.
Over there.
We need to thin the Abyssian horde. Let's find their leaders.
Head to the Twilight Beacon while I look for them. found them.
The Abyssians petrify their captives and store them to be used later.
A sad fate I wouldn't wish on anyone.
Vile things.
We need to find that last leader. There they are. The ruins, center of the city.
Let's finish this.
That should do it. The Abyssians are without leadership.
I'm going to get the treasure now.
Be careful out there, sir. More and more Black Tide are showing up. Enough that even the Abyssians are getting agitated.
They're always agitated, especially when I'm around. How are the warriors, Ravenna?
The warriors on Aperion report that many of the sick and wounded are on the mend.
And the ones inside the monolith?
They are well, Commander.
Orin, we were just talking about you. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
The bad news.
No. Tell him the good news first.
The good news is, you smashed Macros's barrier into 1,000 pieces. The bad news is, he sent a contingent of his Black Tide warriors to stop you.
Good. That means Macros is worried, as he should be. I'm ready to face Lunara.
Macros's Black Tide forces have arrived and are using spirit tethers to fortify the luminous shelter from attack. If we do not deal with them, their defensive magic will put Lunara out of our reach. We must scatter Macros's troops, head to the luminous shelter, and shatter their defenses so we can face Lunara.
Saurus is already on his scouting missions. He is quite enthusiastic about his efforts to help.
As are we all, Commander.
Any and all help gets us one step closer to finishing all this.
None of this matters if we don't find a way to break the rites of Ascension.
The spell is complicated. I'm making progress, but I need more time.
Time is something I can't give you, Satan. Macros is growing in power even as we speak.
I know. Pay attention to the energy trails. They are using these spirit tethers to reinforce the lunar gate.
Then I must break them.
There should be 3 of them. I'll guide you.
Knight Saurus posted me here to keep his scout path clear, Commander. Shouldn't be long.
Excellent, Orin. You've broken 2 tethers.
What are those energy trails? They're attracting more Black Tide. Hope they aren't getting too close to my scouts.
It's not over yet. A captain of the Black Tide is waiting for you.
Very well. I can still lift my weapon. They haven't killed me yet.
Yes, Orin. Do stay alive. Our plan won't work if you're dead.
Oh, it's you. The weak sibling. Small and sad, just like I expected.
Let's see who is weak.
You once instructed Lunara to defend the monolith at all costs, and I made it comply. But it would never understand why.
We are ready to take on Lunara.
Finally.
Wasn't Lunara created to protect the monolith?
It was. Then it wiped out our monolith guard.
Well, it made its choice. It'll end up just like Solaris.
I'll make sure of it.
A shame. Solaris and Lunara were faithful guardians before Macros corrupted them.
He doesn't have Solaris anymore, and he won't have Lunara for much longer.
Neither will we. But I suppose it's for the best.
I have news, Orin, about the rites of Ascension.
Ah, good. You figured out how to break the spell.
Exactly. Now, when we reach Macros, we'll know how to stop him.
Well done, Sanctum. All of Aperion owes you a debt.
This serves the greater good. Your brother must be stopped.
Lunara's shelter no longer has the protection of Macros' barrier, but his warriors are still amplifying Lunara itself. Removing them first would make it easier when you finally face Lunara. Prepare your weapons, ready your gear, steel yourself. It's time for you to take down Lunara, guardian avatar of the Silver Moon.
General Ravenna warned us about trying to take on Lunara.
The Aperion from the Water Realm. I've received all of it.
You sound different. Tell me what's happening.
The Aperion is affecting me. Nothing fatal.
You're sure about that? Our plan relies on you.
I'm not dead yet, Orin, so nothing to worry about.
Is it wise to let a sanctum be so close to godhood?
Why don't you ascend, Commander?
I am not Macros. I remember why we sent the Archons back to the Void.
So it's true. The Aetherium is making you sick.
Never mind that. Orin, we have a problem.
I'm listening.
As you know, Macros has the rights of ascension, just as we do.
Correct. But if he wants to ascend, he needs Aetherium, and we've been taking it away.
Exactly. And that's the problem.
How is that a problem? It's working.
We are winning, and Macros knows it, so now he's desperate. He knows that if all the Aetherium disappears, he'll never be able to ascend.
And thanks to us, he's running out. Fast.
Exactly. So now he's willing to risk everything and start the rites with what he has left.
That means we're running out of time.
We are done with the Water Realm. It's time to move on our remaining targets. Greaves Sunsteel is next, followed by the Gildan Commander. Head to the Central Tower and rise to the Air Realm. Orin, there's something else.
More bad news, I'm guessing.
Macros is wrong.
About what?
About his entire plan. He thinks he can become a god, but he can't.
He can. He has the rights of ascension.
Yes, but they are not what he thinks they are. The rights aren't for ascension to godhood. They're for a different kind of ascension. They're for sacrifice.
Blood sacrifice, you mean?
Exactly. If Macros tries to ascend, odds are he'll die, and most likely destroy the world around him.
The warriors are eager to enter the Air Realm, and Saurus went ahead of them.
They won't have to wait long. I'll punch through.
Are you sure about this?
I've studied the rites. It's all there in the text. If Macros tries to ascend, he will die.
Lunara and my black tie beaten? Is there no one left who is worthy?
I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Orin. I know he's your brother.
When he chose to betray us, he sealed his own fate.
I won't be beaten by a weakling. Fight me!
Tell Macros I'm coming.
The Air Realm. These flying Earth motes are the only solid ground up here. Let's move carefully. since the Niak kindred do not like intruders.
Tell me who I face next.
Greaves Sunsteel is Macros' personal godsmith. He's our next target. But first, we need to activate a Twilight Beacon.
How?
Saurus!
The Nyack. They're using crystals to...
Fall back!
Turn back, Orin. Greaves has designs for you and your knights. I wonder who he'll start with.
The closer you get to Macros, the harder his forces will fight you.
They can't stop me. Greyhawk, why didn't you have your warriors with you?
They were under orders to...
You should have stayed with them.
Yes, sir.
Saurus has become rather reckless. He has not been a knight for long. He has yet to learn how to push the limits of his Valorplate without dying.
Ravenna. He's a knight. He'll learn.
Your brother is even more of a menace than I thought.
He's his own worst enemy.
How so?
He's wrong about the rites of ascension. They won't turn him into a god after all.
Why not?
It's a sacrifice ritual. He's a dead man. He's playing with fire. We have to stop him before he wreaks more havoc on this world. We're running out of time. Macros may complete the rites of ascension before we reach him.
If that happens, we all die.
Why?
If he starts the rites this way, if he starts the ritual without enough Aetherium, it's likely he'll set off a chain reaction. It will rip at the fabric of our universe in ways we cannot predict.
What would happen?
No one knows for sure. Nothing like this has ever happened before. But it could destroy the monolith and everything in it. Let's not wait to find out. You must reach him before it's too late.
Be vigilant, Orin. The Nyack are crafty. Saurus already discovered how difficult it is to surprise them.
The only way to Macros is through. I'll manage.
The Nyack. These people were our allies once.
Macros corrupts everything he touches.
Most of all himself.
This is Nyack architecture. Why are there Valorplate statues here? Did they aspire to wear it as well?
Several Nyack champions lead their warbands here.
Not for long.
If you defeat the leaders, the rest of the tribe will withdraw.
Let's try it and see. That's all of them.
Destroy the crystals to close their portals.
Nyack are using those portals to bypass you and harry our warriors.
If I find any, I'll take care of them.
Sanctum.
Yes.
There's no chance Macros will listen to reason, is there?
I'm afraid not. That's a rare creature. Be careful, Orin.
scouts report Ravager tracks. They are supposed to be extinct.
They aren't. I just took one down.
I'll warn our scouts.
Commander, the Nyack don't like what Greaves is doing. Sacrilege, one of them said.
Where did you hear this?
I'm a better scout than they are.
The Shrine of the Godsmiths. So many ancient artifacts were made here.
Xenon would have wanted to see this place. He's not here.
Let's think about this. He wouldn't just leave the gate to his forge in plain sight.
Or maybe he would. Look at the floor.
You're right. Greaves Sunsteel's lair is below. We need to regroup. Head back to the Twilight Beacon. The Black Tide have trapped the Twilight Beacon.
That's what happens when you leave your post. Knight Saurus needed you. He has the Valor Plate. We need to guard the beacons.
I've only met Xenon a few times. Didn't realize he was so...
eccentric. People usually say eccentric.
I guess all Godsmiths have that in common.
I know what Greaves did to the Phoenix Order.
Greaves dismantled us with his lies. There are very few of us left. My sisters will know peace when he is ash on the ground.
Have you fought Greaves before?
No, but I've heard the stories. He's able to command fire.
He says he is fighting for Macros, but he only fights for himself. You, on the other hand, are fighting to protect others. And that is why you will win.
You're about to face Greaves Sunsteel. Are you ready?
Yes, this is long overdue.
I've known him for years, since before he joined Macros. Don't underestimate him. He's very powerful.
He'll die like the others.
Most importantly, don't listen to him. He'll say anything to get what he wants.
It is time to face Greaves Sunsteel, Macros' personal godsmith. Greaves is a man without honor. Someone who has committed countless atrocities. He is down in his forge, making new weapons for Macros. He is being augmented by elite Nyack lieutenants. Defeating them first will make battle with Greaves much simpler. Enter his lair when you are ready, and put an end to him once and for all.
Warriors as great as you and I are destined to meet in battle.
You think too highly of yourself.
You have a choice, Orin. You could fight us, or you could join us. You'd use my weapons. forged, and you'd be on the winning side.
Macros and I are done. You deceive yourself.
You are a fool to resist your brother. This is his world, and I hold a place of honor in it.
You hold no place in this world. The Aperion, it's burning you up.
We knew that the more I absorbed, the more painful it would become.
And we're not done yet. There's more to come. You'll have to hold fast.
Orin, I'll be okay.
Soros, how are your warriors?
Warriors? They're fine. Great. On guard duty.
I'll check in with them. At this point, you might be a rarer sight than I am.
You did it. Thank you, Orin.
Greaves is ash, as requested.
I hope you did not singe your Valor plate.
Orin, you know that once Macros begins the rites of Ascension, the ritual must be completed.
Understood. But we know that we can't let Macros ascend, no matter what.
Agreed. But someone will have to finish the job.
You said that anyone who completes the rites will die.
Correct.
And only someone with enough Aetherium could complete it. Someone who has studied the rites.
You see what I'm about to say.
You could complete the ritual.
Yes.
But then you'll die.
I'll have served a purpose. It's the only way, Orin.
Greaves lies defeated.
He was a gifted godsmith.
With such a twisted mind. Virtue matters more than skill, Xenon. My brother is a perfect example of this.
Agreed. May our talents never exceed our virtue.
The Crimson Wind are guarding a stash of Valorian artifacts in the floating remnant. Put an end to their operations and reclaim the stolen treasures. The treasure trove is a straight shot right into the floating remnant.
The Nyack will oppose us.
They won't stop you.
Ha!
It's just... there's a lot of sand. Gets... everywhere. This must be a god beast. Wonder how long it's been here. Maybe one of the last.
This place reminds me of some temple Xenon once searched for.
Godsmith treasure hunting?
Seems like maybe Macros found it first.
The land in this entire realm was a part of the Earth realm before it was brought up here.
That takes a lot of power.
The monolith was built to do things like this.
And Macros controls it.
Thank you, Commander. We thought no one was coming.
Where is Saurus?
He said he found something.
Let's find a way to get through that gate.
Done.
The treasure is in the big tower, straight ahead.
It's never that easy. You're in a good mood.
It's a moment of peace.
Focus on the mission.
There are Crimson Wind officers in the other towers.
Stay focused.
What a view!
Indeed.
Good work. One more thing, Orin. Unlocking the treasure has triggered the arrival of a Crimson Wind attack team. You'll have to go through them.
They will fall.
Take a break, Saurus. You still need to learn the limits of your Valorplate.
This mission is teaching me that and more. Don't let the others worry you.
I decide what worries me, Greyhawk. Take a break.
Of course, sir. I'm just proud to fight alongside you.
You are a good influence on Saurus.
He needs a real mentor, not a bunch of old war stories.
Then you must show him Orin the Valorian, instead of trying to live up to Orin the Legend.
Sanctum, what if you're wrong?
Wrong about what?
About the rites of Ascension.
What do you mean?
You say the rites are a sacrifice ritual. Macros says it will make him a god. Only one of you can be right.
You are wondering if I wish to become a god myself.
The thought had crossed my mind.
Why would I want that?
Most beings would love to have the power of a god.
Power corrupts. Your brother has shown us that.
Power overwhelms. It's hard to resist.
I am not a Valorian, Orin. I am a construct. I do not want the same things as you.
Something troubles you, old friend.
Ascending might kill her. Perhaps it's for the best.
You sound conflicted.
She's on our side now, but we don't know what that much power could do to her.
She isn't Macros.
Would your brother have turned evil without the temptation of godhood?
Orin, we're almost there. Only Gildan Commander is left. We have to breach the caverns around his Crucible of Souls. Those caverns are heavily defended by Macros' Black Tide forces and barred by an Ethereum seal. Head back to the Azure Enclave, Fight your way to the caverns, breach those defenses, and locate the gate to the Crucible of Souls. Have you thought about what I said?
Not now. One battle at a time.
Then let's get Gildan Commander.
Commander, you'll need...
I told you to take a break.
I'll wait here with the warriors, sir.
The caverns around the Crucible of Souls are protected by an Aetherium seal. Breaking through is going to be tricky. There aren't any rich Aetherium sources around here. We won't be able to use the seal breaker. There's a Black Tide officer up ahead.
Not for long.
Trial key. Ancient Valorians would use these to enable martial challenges.
My training never ends. Perhaps you can break it. Use your Aetherium.
I'll try.
Well done.
We're gonna bring your head to Macros.
I'm going deeper into the realm. I'll keep the Nyack occupied and away from the warriors.
Saurus, stop! You need to fall back!
Now die, Valorian!
You are worthy. You are nothing.
My Black Tide are eager to redeem themselves. I will reward whoever brings you to me. And those so-called friends you brought along.
I'm coming for you anyway. You're just wasting their lives.
Orin?
It's nothing. We need to stop Macros.
There it is. The Crucible of Souls.
The last of Macros's lieutenants is in there.
The warriors are holding their positions until you deal with Gildan Commander.
And make sure Saurus stays with them.
Understood, Orin.
Orin, I want you to know I've enjoyed our adventure together.
There's comfort in purpose.
I meant, if we didn't have this crisis, I would still be locked away in that temple. You set me free, Orin. Thank you.
No thanks necessary. You are giving me another chance to face my brother.
We have all the pieces in place. It is time to face Macros' most loyal follower, the Gildan Commander. He is supported by the last leaders of the Crimson Wind and the Black Tide. Remove them, then head into the Crucible of Souls and defeat Macros' last champion.
What are you doing here? Ravenna ordered everyone to stay put.
Commander! Greyhawk Saurus!
What about him?
He went in there.
Saurus, no.
Unworthy. All of you are unworthy of my master's new world.
You're delusional.
Silence! You will not obey the will of Macros.
My brother is a mad tyrant, nothing more.
Right hand, God. You are a fool.
And you are done. Report.
I don't know how much longer I have.
Then there's no time to waste.
Warriors have been reassigned to
Ravenna.
both our banners.
He was worthy of his valor plate. You wouldn't have brought him with us if he wasn't.
It's time. You must face Macros and stop him, once and for all.
He is at the height of his power.
So are you. We have the Aperion. We are ready to confront Macros himself. You'll have to ascend the central tower one last time before we can face your brother. Head to the central tower and ascend to the monolith's throne room.
Orin.
Commander, we'll hold the air realm. For Saurus.
Good work, Captain. Ravenna.
For Greyhawk. Greyhawk goes with you. I'm petitioning the Greyhawk Order for my trials. Once this is all over. He made it easy to forget he wasn't just another warrior. Doubt there's another Greyhawk like him.
Saurus is clearly missed.
There's no time for that. Stay focused.
You have once again cut away the weakness around me. Commander was clearly inadequate. Thank you, Oren. Truly.
It is important to remember what's beyond the mission.
Yes, I know. After.
For Saurus. Saurus goes with you.
Keep your weapon close. The trials here will be the most difficult yet.
I'm ready.
We're nearly there.
He knows we're coming.
I'm sure he is eager to see you again.
Must you destroy everything you come across, Oren, simply because I own them? And you say I'm the heartless one. You're only proving my point. You claim you want peace, but your only solution is blood. There could have been peace. If only you had been obedient, there could have been peace.
Fascinating. The monolith has an inner sanctum too. Wait. Be careful, Oren. Something is not right here. We are outside the throne room. We have backed Macros into a corner.
Wolves are most dangerous when they are desperate.
Strength and valor, Commander. Believe it or not, you are stronger now than before.
Be warned, Oren. This will be difficult. He is not just your enemy. He is also your brother.
He is no brother of mine. Not anymore.
He chose his path. You chose yours.
His reign ends with me.
We made it, Oren. We are outside the throne room. Macros waits for you on the other side. This will be the most difficult fight of your life. Do what you need to do to prepare, because this is it. I will unravel the remaining enchantments from Rites of Ascension. Once I break the rites, Macros will be vulnerable to harm. The rest is up to you. You will get that second duel you've been wanting. Just make it count.
hard to kill, Orin. You have no idea what you have done. The damage you have caused. Let me have a look at you. Orin, this is pointless. We both know how this is going to end.
It's time for your madness to end, brother.
I was never just your brother. I am your god.
You're no one, Macros.
You would dare to raise your weapon against a god? I am power.
It's over, Macros.
Oh, you're wrong, Orin. I am the future.
You are a monster. You've done nothing but fight and destroy.
This is the world we live in, Orin.
As you wish, brother.
The rites of ascension need to be completed, or the backlash is going to tear reality apart. I need to do this.
This could kill you. You know that.
Or I could become a god.
Then let's find out.